It's the Dragonsail Puppets variety show, starring Serinda, Bruce, Catatonia, and Henri, featuring the Dragonsail Puppets band. Anchors away.
Of my blood, how do I hold on? To the mud. What do I sink my roots into? The stream of my mind. Ride the power more time. I may be amazed at the nature of my water, dirtier than I reckon it all. Lord, I try to keep it clean. Lord, I try to keep it sheen. At least the surface is clear, but the bottom, oh. But they tell me now, I don't have to take it deeper. I don't have to take it higher. I don't have to make it stronger. I don't have to make it brighter. But I keep, yes I do. I don't have to make the water run. I don't have to make the moon out at night. I don't have to make the sun to show its ass out inside. Journey to the end, all the way to it. I just got to journey to the end, all the way down to it. I may even be amazed as we go down to see how many love the blue more than the sun and the sand. Many tell me out of the blue when the world began that you can have. Many tell me storm is how the world been born. I may be amazed at the nature of my water, dirtier than I reckon it all. Lord, I try to keep it clean. Lord, I try to keep it bright. But as a forces out of my control, I mess it up. But they tell me now, I don't have to make it deeper. I don't have to make it higher. I don't have to make it stronger. I don't have to make it brighter. But I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I don't have to make the water run. I don't have to hang the moon out at night. I don't have to make the sun to show its ass out of inside. Got to journey to the end, all the way to it. Lord, looks like I could get some help with this. Lord, muscle. Storm, here we go. Lord, I try to keep it bright. Funny how I lie awake in the dead of the night, wait for day, still. One more time. I don't have to make it deeper. I don't have to make it higher. I don't have to make it stronger. I don't have to make it brighter. But I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. One more time. I don't have to make the water run. I don't have to hang the moon out at night. I don't have to make the sun to show its ass out of inside. I just got to journey to the end, all the way to it. I just got to journey to the end, all the way down to it. I don't have it, and I don't have it, and I don't have it, and I don't have it. Have mercy and I'll push, honey. Oh, my fellow hussies, Surrender could not be more excited. We got a great show, and I have been unburdened. I don't have to make it deeper. I don't have to make it higher. I don't have to make it stronger. I don't have to make it brighter. But I do have to keep the lights on. So here's the plug. Y'all go to the Pinch My Penny and buy something, all right? Everything's low priced and most of it still has the backing attached. Yeah, I don't have to make the water run. No, you don't. Or I don't have to pull Georgia Hot Flash in off the ledge every time the wind cries Mary. But I do. Yes, I do. Lord. I can always tell when that hussy is on her last legs and late for her padded loft at the institution. She tried getting right with God. See, she call you up on the phone and say, Happy Easter, the tomb is empty, or something like that. I don't know, hussy. Sometimes I think the trash just needs to be taken down to the sinkhole, you know what I mean? Yes, I do, Jesus! Yeah, but I ain't gonna worry about her silly ass now, because we got too good a show. Besides Surrender's sparkling artistry, we have fresh jazz from the fridge by Orlando51. All right. Groovy home-style blues by MAMMSIE Graham. Yeah. And fine contemporary classical by Bruce Klepper, which ought to make that hussy cat happy. Indeed, I am ecstatic. Lord, woman, why you want to be underfoot all the time? Crazy cats always want to trip people down a flight of stairs in the dark. Oh, I simply must express my relish. Oh. I am so thrilled that you have allowed yourself the influence of the higher arts finally after all this time, Surrender. Oh, please. Don't you remember that pretentious performance art that I did with you about that invasion of the egg people or something? I don't remember what it was. I don't get all the details. See, that in itself should buy me 3 more years of avant-garde street cred with you, woman. And now, allow me to introduce the brilliant modern classical exuberance of Bruce Klepper. Well, sounds like you just did.
Bravo. You must whip with perfect rhythm. Whip, whip. That's it. That's it. Whipping pour lemon for brightness like high saxophone. The soup
too chewy, it's too thick, it's too runny, it's hard as a brick. The low runners and the perv done drop by to get served up. They're all taught to pop the corks, but I'm thinking I'll have this day. I might ripen with age when I try to slip away out here and say, serve it, 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 serve it. Ain't nobody gonna let it go with my occasional blunder. But when I triumph against all odds, there's an echo in the return. Because brilliance is an offense, and they end in my excellence. It's too murky, it's too loud, you're too mousy, now you're too proud. Oh, hussy gotta keep her nerve up when it comes to getting served up. Sometimes I think I'll slip away and have a dream day. But it's the pendulum that won't sway, and it's a short stay before they say, serve, 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 serve it up. Ain't like I'm getting paid. Serve, 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 serve it, serve it, serve it. Ain't nobody got an open mind to go with their open God. Everybody gotta have their say about everybody I love. If you don't mind a little criticism, and it may be just my opinion. If I ever once thought about doing something like you do, I would have done it totally different. Won't take mercy, you gave your view. You want chicken, you can break the bone. You want gravy, whoop, you can bring your serve it, kitchen's closed, serve it up. Takes a stack, serve it, your belly's full, serve it up. Now hurry back. Woo, 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 woo.
If you're ever on the ridge,
And you're hungry, just a smidge.
we got what you need, Midge.
A little jazz from the fridge.
I'll
push. Keep it classy, hun. You on speakerphone.
And spin without the lie. But then you've got to return.
Well, life's unfair, Georgia. I mean, don't get me started on Catatonia's white columns in front of a condo complex. I mean, why does that hussy deserve white columns?
Just because she was some tenured professor or a ward of the state, I didn't get all the details. And why should all these scheming hussies with their butts hanging out of their britches be allowed to climb the record charts, oozing and huffing and puffing in auto-tune about how their underwear's too tight and how they lost their bra behind the casting couch? Surrender actually has light to give to the world. Of course, I refuse to pay the Turkish dues, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I knew you didn't. The point is, Georgia, one day Surrender is gonna have us some white collars. Yes, sweet Lord, she will. You know I've got my eyes set on one of those Green Meadows townhouses. Yes, it would mean me moving further away from all of you. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. By the way, hon, is your check from your sugar benefactor on its way to me? Oh, good. Well, then you can keep working as my coordinator of talent. And you're doing well these days. Like I said, just keep steering clear of carny wrestlers and fire-breathing circus freaks with big ugly hair. And speaking of talent, I'm about to introduce one of your better discoveries, which means you gotta stop talking now. All right, now, Georgia, now, we're running out of time. Bad connection. Everyone, lift it up the sweet, slapping acoustic blues of MAMMSIE Graham. Woo-hoo!
Real things ain't the same waking up next to you. And girl, things ain't the same not waking up next to you. And it got a little strange, maybe cause my head's deranged. My days are full of blues and grays, and my nights stay about the same. And now there ain't no substitute. I'm a glutton for the punishment, and you know I love the abuse. And there ain't no substitute. I'm a glutton for the punishment, and you know I love the abuse. I love the abuse. And I guess I'm a case of assault and battery, 'cause every time I turn around I can't keep that girl's hands off of me. And I never thought that I could be a victim, but Lord knows I sure know how to pick 'em. And now there ain't no substitute. I'm a glutton for the punishment, and you know I love the abuse. And there ain't no substitute. I'm a glutton for the punishment, and you know I love the abuse. I love the abuse. Ooh, I like it. Ooh, I love it. Ooh, I like it. I like the abuse. I like the abuse. Yeah. Ooh, I love the abuse. Yeah, you know I love it. 'Cause I'm a sick puppy. I love the abuse. Love the abuse. Sorry if my cat is loud in the background.
Oh, hell yeah, babies. All right, here's the rundown. We're thanking MAMMSIE Graham, ORLANDO51, and Bruce Klepper for gracing us all tonight and giving Surrender the occasional break to wipe the sweat and grease up the gears again.
And now y'all know what to do.
Y'all live in light.
or sucking up pussies.
Serinda's gowns, courtesy of the Pinch My Penny Markdown Rack. Wardrobe consultation by Chi-Chi's Productions. Personal assistant to Serinda, also that drag queen from Guatemala. Special promotional consideration by Georgia Hot Flash. Serinda's fragrance, Honeysuckle Passion, available for 50% off at the Pinch My Penny with every purchase of knee-length support hose.
Oh,